But this week, we kind of have a twofer. Kelsey Wingert was the 755 is Real podcast and did an interview. And I was walking the dog when I was listening to it, so I did not cry, but she cried, and it made me very sad. But I loved how she ended it. You can just tell how much she loves the Braves. Loves the Braves. I thought it was really cool learning, like, she played volleyball in high school, whatever, knew she could go to college for volleyball, but it wouldn't be a D1 school. So she kind of had to choose in high school, like, am I choosing my career or am I choosing athletics, which is a hard choice to make. She chose her career, went to LSU, and that's where I guess she was the manager for her high school baseball team.
Yeah.
That spring, senior year, because she wasn't playing volleyball. But then LSU, puts together some good baseball teams.
Yeah.
Consistent. So for being able to be around that program for 4 years, how to set her up with that SEC knowledge, and ACC's good at baseball too, so that didn't hurt me, that's bad to say. But anyway, so she did that, and then she came and worked for the Braves, and loved it. You could tell how much she loved it just from, like, her reporting. Like,
it definitely
almost right. Like, that's what I loved so much about her, was like, it would be like if I was on the field, like, that's the kind of stuff I would want to know. You know what I mean? Like, anyway, I didn't know what y'all's thoughts were.
Dude, she made me cry. I ain't even about to lie to y'all. She, when she choked up saying that she had to leave town when Braves events are going on, it, like, ripped my heart out of my chest. So, like, I was thinking about...
And for those who haven't listened, it wasn't like the Braves made her leave town. It wasn't like that.
No.
It hurt her so bad to be around it.
Yes, like, so I immediately thought, like, Chop Fest. You know, we were just over there for Chop Fest, and I was like, bless her little heart. She wasn't even in the damn state. Like, she went home to Houston to be with her mama and daddy because it made her so sad to have to, like, the thought of being there and not being a part of it. And that ripped my fucking heart out. And it was just that, and then hearing her talk about walking on Turner Field her first day, it was just, like, very evident how much she loved this team. And I know Kelly's going to be awesome, but Kelsey will be missed. There's no comparison because there's no reason for it, but Kelsey will be missed.
Yeah, I was standing, I'm in the baby's nursery, folding clothes, hanging up little onesies and stuff, just, like, bawling my eyes out. And my husband walked in and he just, like, gave me this look, like, and I paused the podcast and I was like, what? He's like, you okay? I was like, no. Very sad.
I thought it was really cool to hear from Eric too, though, like, what, from a player's perspective.
Yeah.
Like, he tells one story about how, like, they were on a plane maybe, and, like, he just overheard her and somebody else talking about maybe football, and he was like, this girl gets sports. Like, she understands it. She's not just here because she's a pretty face. She's here because she understands it. And I thought that was really cool. And then, David O'Brien needs to work on his little interview skills. God bless his heart. He is just not sensitive. I know he's good at what he does, but he is very direct. So anyway, but I loved how she ended it. She was so happy there, and I think we've all been in these situations, whether it's a relationship, a job, whatever it is. Like, you're just content there, and unless someone forces you out of that situation, you're not going to change it. Exactly. I know she's a woman of faith. She's a very strong Christian, and she didn't go into that on the show, but I'm sure that plays some part in the fact that, you know, maybe this is part of a bigger plan. It sucks right now, but she never would have moved on to something bigger and better. And I really, truly think we're going to see her bigger than Fox Sports South, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like, nothing against Fox Sports, but like a national audience, you know, something
She's going to be on
Huge.
everybody's TVs, not just ours, soon.
Yeah, a lot of people compare it to like Erin Andrews.
Erin Andrews.
Everybody knows Erin Andrews now. So
Exactly.
Kelsey's
Right.
going to be okay, you know, assuming the world doesn't actually end and we get sports back. She's going to be okay. She's going to be like headlining Sports Center or some shit. Like, she's awesome.
She's a badass.
We're going to miss her, but...
She really. So my favorite Kelly moment was in 2017 when she was interviewing Brandon Phillips. He actually pulled her into the Gatorade bath he was about to get. Like, he saw them coming and he pulled her in.
Yeah.
So everyone remembers that, but I put it up on YouTube just to watch it again. And so he gets chased around the field, gets a second one, and then she is like soaking wet and goes and finds him and finishes the interview.
Yeah.
Like,
Badass.
what a pro. Because I would have been like, my hair's ruined, I'm out. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
And no one would have blamed her, but she kept at it.
Yep.
Yeah.
My favorite moment, one of them was, do you guys remember in July of 2017, the no rain delay at Nationals in their stadium? She had, I went back and I found her tweets from that day. She's got a lot of little spicy tweets. Like, I have no idea why we're in a delay. There's a tarp on the field, but no rain coming for another 2 hours. And then
It's the Nats, baby.
Yeah, bitches. But anyway, and somebody, I forget who it was, some other reporter tweeted a picture of Kelsey, and she's sitting in the dugout, and she's got a little SpongeBob popsicle, and it's just like rain delays with Kelsey Wingert, and she's just so adorable. And like, even like rain delays in general, she always had some fun stuff to do. She would do like AMAs or whatever. So it's just like her personality, and like she was so personable with the fans and everything. She'd interact with you on Twitter and just that kind of stuff.
She was all about.
She made her most sad. Yeah, it was like both sad but happy, like bittersweet, was seeing everyone's tweets to her with their pictures and pictures of her with their kids and stuff.
Yeah.
Ash, what was your favorite Kelsey moment?
My favorite was a really recent one. Like, it had this not happened last year, I probably could have picked some other ones, but that BMAC walk-off interview against the Phillies, like, literally, if I go back and watch it, it, like, makes me teary-eyed, I swear. Yeah. Because it was, you know, BMAC came home for that one more year to kind of, like, say goodbye to all of us, say goodbye to baseball. Yeah. And Kelsey did such a great job of making sure he, like, realized what was going on in the stadium, around him, for him. Like,
right.
And it was just fantastic. I love that. That's one of the best interviews I've ever seen. And it was against the Phillies. Fuck the fucking Phillies. You guys. I hate you guys.
I remember because it was late when that game got over.
Yeah.
I could not sleep for like a while afterwards because I was so hyped up, and I'm at home like 7 hours away or whatever. I live from Atlanta, like hyped up. Dude, I was insane.
We were driving to the beach,
like, and people were celebrating like we had won the World Series.
I felt like we had won the fucking World Series or something. We were driving to the beach, listening to the game, and we got to the house like at the bottom of the 8th, and it was when we go to the beach every year with David's like whole family. So there's all of us. I mean, his parents, his sister, his brother, all the kids. Like, there's a shit ton of us, and they're all fucking Red Sox fans, all of them. Yeah. So I'm literally like watching it on my phone because they won't even let me watch it on the TV, and I'm like losing my ever-loving shit. And when he hits it and I see that the ball, like, hits the ground, I literally chunked my phone on the couch and started running around the house. Lost my fucking mind. I don't know. I think just because of, like, the way the season started with the Phillies.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, I don't care. Whatever. I don't know that my heart will actually ever be able to handle winning a World Series because I lost my ever-loving shit when we won that game.
Mine. Oh, I was watching a game last night from 1993 UNC basketball, and I knew we won, but we came back from 21 down, and I was literally like jumping up and down, like, I'm so proud of these boys. They didn't stop fighting. It was 27 years ago.
These guys are like 40 now.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, I'm sure they've calmed down, but I sure haven't.
I feel you.
You just get invested. Like, I don't know.
Fucking
It
love
feels like family. And I know that sounds really cheesy, but like, and she helped make it feel that way. Like, you felt like you knew these people, even though obviously we do not.
No, we don't.
So, Kelsey is on to bigger and better things. Coming in is Kelly Crull. She's had a few jobs. I wrote this down. So she's also an SEC girl. She went to Missouri. She played tennis for Missouri, actually. But she's from Indiana, so she went back home, was covering Purdue, the Indianapolis Colts, then went to Oklahoma City. She covered Oklahoma and Oklahoma State football, so she knows some stuff about some football, too. The Oklahoma City Thunder. And then she went to San Diego and covered the Padres. So I didn't know that.
I don't know that I knew that.
Then back home-ish to Chicago, where she covered the Bulls and, of course, the Cubs during their World Series run, which we talked about a little bit last week with David Ross. She has a really good interview with a couple players afterwards, but her Javi Baez interview is really cool. And then Rossi interrupted it and was like, "I'm so proud of you, man. I'm so proud of you." Anyway, it's really cool if you want to YouTube. But we know someone who met her at spring training, and said she was really nice, was signing balls for him. And she's replied to me on Twitter. Which, I mean, I know Twitter is not the end-all, be-all that we think it is. But I hope people give her a chance. Yeah. But, because she's not Kelsey. No one will ever be Kelsey. But at the same time, I saw a lot of her stuff when she was working for the Cubs, because I used to live in Illinois for 3 years. So I had a lot of friends that were Cubs fans. So during that World Series especially, all through the playoffs really that year, but definitely during the World Series, like, that was kind of who I was going for. And so I saw a lot of her work then. And she has the same kind of personality. Like, it makes you feel like you're part of the team and part of the family, and like gets you some of those good interviews and those things. Just, she adds a lot to the sideline, and I really hope people give her a chance. It's not Kelsey versus Kelly. It's Kelsey was great, and Kelly's going to be great, and there's enough to be appreciative of both of them at the same time.
Absolutely.
Yep. So, anyway, so that's what I am hoping. Hopefully she likes our warmer weather, though, because that's what I love about Atlanta versus Chicago.